What's up guys, my name is Zero Heroes and welcome back to more Men of War Assault Squad 2, and today we have a little bit of a cheaty menu. Yes, that is right, we have a mod. Well, I've installed a mod called the Spawn Menu mod. Now this is exactly like the cheat menu mod in Men of War Assault Squad 2, but it's just called the Spawn Menu, so basically it just doesn't copy the name. But it has quite actually exactly, you know, it's similar. It actually has very similar differences. Similar differences? I don't know what it is. It has very similar, yeah, it has similar differences to what the cheat menu mod has. And today I'm going to show it to you. Now, the reason I'm showing this today is because a lot of you loved seeing the cheat menu mod in Call to Arms, and you want me to play more of it, and you guys actually still keep commenting, play it more, play it more, play it more. So that is exactly what I'm going to be doing, but this time I'm going to be doing it in Men of War Assault Squad 2. Now, this menu mod actually only works in single player, so just be careful of. I'm so unprepared, but I'm just fixing the camera angle. I know I'm stupid. Anyway, so this only works in the single player mod. Now this mod does not work with the DLC, with the Fox Hunt and those DLCs, so make sure you do not play it with this mod. Now I'm going to be doing example of this UK mission, so I'll get into the game and then I'll explain it to you how that mod works. So I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, so this, as you can see, look, I don't know if you can see at the very bottom, we have the cheat menu mod. Oh, I'll get rid of that cinematic. It's down at the bottom right of the screen, right here where my mouse is. Now it says cheat mod version 4.96. Now there is a mod that is like 5.11, but the mod maker is still to update it. Now I did watch a tutorial on how, not the whole video because it was 22 minutes long, but basically the mod maker explained how this mod works. Now I'm not going to get into all the details, but basically the important things that you need to know when playing this mod. So guys, if you do want to play this mod for yourself, then make sure you I'll leave it in a description down below so you can play it for yourselves. Now as you can see, again, it's kind of similar to the Call to Arms one, but very different. So as you can see, you have the menu. So you have the cheat menu mod, which is where you can play around with it, or the settings. Now the mod maker said do not really play with the settings menu unless you have to. So when it comes to the whatever this is, the configure player, don't mess with that, just leave it alone. And also the plane height, you can mess with that. So basically when you get an airplane, you can change the height. So if there's like lots of trees or buildings apart, you can put when you get a plane, it'll basically put the height higher. So that's something you might want to play around with if getting a plane. So in this case, let us go into the cheat menu mode. So as you can see here, we have a bunch of health and armor, we have infinite ammo, we have fuel and stamina, we have aim range and accuracy, and we have insta kill. So I'll go through them one by one very quickly. So the health and armor, well, it's in the name. Basically your troops will get more health and armor, as well as tanks, I forgot to say as well as tanks. So for the tanks and infantry, you'll get more health and armor. For the infinite ammo, well, again, it says it within the name, you get infinite ammo. That means you won't have to kind of restock your men with ammunition. You've got fuel and stamina. So again within the name, basically when stamina is when troops run, they won't stop running, they'll keep running, because usually in this game when they run, they have a certain stamina, so they'll just keep running. And also the fuel is when, again, fuel is basically the trucks or tanks, wherever, any vehicles won't run out of fuel. So kind of very simple to understand. You've got the aim range. Now what the aim range is, I didn't actually understand this myself at first, but basically when you have like an artillery piece or something, or let's say you have a tank that only goes to maybe a very limited range, then what that will do is that when you turn it on, that means the aim range will go as far as the commander will see. So it could go as far as the back of the map, but I don't know because I haven't tested it out yet. And it doesn't test out in I think multiplayer, but you have to put like a code in or something, or if it is in the settings or in the files, so you have to do that. And then you've got the insta kill, and then that's in the name as well. But I must have to point out very, very clearly that the mod maker did point this out as well, is that they don't work all the time. they do not work all the time. So it might, the reason I don't know why it doesn't work all the time, the mod maker, he probably did say it, but again, I didn't watch the full video. So basically, he probably still needs to update the mod. The last time he updated was like in July or something, so maybe of this year, so maybe he'll update it soon. But basically, you need to be careful because all of them won't work at the same time, or some of them won't work, so just be careful with that. Now, it says you've got add more MPR, which is manpower, which is spend more manpower on buying. So basically, when you have run out of manpower and you need more stuff to build, then you can do that. Now, of course, that there are other things as well that you can do, which is if you actually click on the spawn menu, this will open up a whole bunch of stuff, kind of similar to the call to arms one. So you have the infantry, you have the tanks, you have the artillery, you have the airplanes. Again, I wouldn't really use 10 airplanes so much because the airplanes are a bit dodgy in this game. So again, but if you go to infantry, as you can see, you can either pull out single squads. You can either bring a single person like AT crew or a tank or medic, as you can see here, or you can bring out a full squad, kind of like the Panzer squad or the Panzer troops or the regular infantry, kind of stuff like that. As well as you have the tanks, which are of course the most important ones. You have the BTRs, which are kind of like the wheeled vehicles over here, or the lightly armored vehicles. You have the light tanks, which of course are your Hetzers, your Marder 3H, your Panzer 3s, your Wesps, kind of all those. You have your medium tanks, such as the Panzer 4H. You have the Stug 3. You have your Shermans as well. You have your I think your Fireflies as well, and all that. And of course, you've got your heavy tanks, such as your Tiger tank, your Churchills, your Pershings, kind of all those tanks as well. So, and your Tigers tanks and your Tiger tanks as well. So that is actually really good. Now, something that I also must add in is that when it comes to here, when it says to auto assign, make sure do not. I wouldn't really mess around with it. That's what the mod maker said. Don't set it to like player 1 and player 2 or player 3, because what that does is that basically that assigns it to like an AI, assigns it to like something else, so you may not get control of that squad. So make sure you always keep it to auto assign, and that means it is your squad to control. Now, something else is that you can also do click to switch, so that's like the faction. So currently it's Germany, you can switch it to America, France, is that France? Or you can do Russia, you can do Japan, you can do Germany. I think that's it, yeah, USA. Sorry, that's the UK. I thought that was France. Never mind. It's the UK, Russia, and then of course Japan. So those are some actually really things you can need about. And when you set them to like America, of course it'll come out to be like the Pershing, the Centurion, kind of all tanks like that. So don't worry, if it's very easy to switch the factions about. Now, something also is to do if you go into the support menu, if you actually go return and you're in this kind of the infantry and all that and the artillery. See, if you go into under the airplanes, you go to the support menus, you go to that, and what that does is that it goes deploys ammo, deploys random explosions, which I love, and also deploys artillery and well mine. So the deploy ammo, which will be there, and of course you can do so if you want to do like an explosion right here. You can put as many explosions as you want. It is literally amazing. Or if you want, you can hold it. I don't know if there's like a wee trick you can do where you can hold it. Oh no, I was hoping you can hold control to kind of do multiple explosions, but you can only do one at a time. Or if you want to do an artillery barrage like this, like as you can see, there's a nice setup over here. You can do artillery barrage, which will, if you deploy it here, which means there'll be smoke all around, and then this will happen. Yeah, that was actually very badly timed, but this will happen. There you go, and that's got rid of a whole squad. And of course you've got your mines, which is basically, as you can see, mines, and then you've got your deploying ammo, which is back here as well, which will deploy an ammo drop. So yeah, that is actually, and also just a random explosion here. This is literally a cheat menu. It's literally one of the best cheat menus in Men of War Squad 2. And if you want to do an explosion of this whirlwind, it's dead, or it's an HE, so, or you can do an artillery under here, or he's dead. So yeah, this is one of probably the best cheat menu mods there is in Men of War Assault Squad 2. So a big shout out to the mod maker for making this mod. He's had I have read his video, and he's had a video was back in June, so I don't know if he's going to update it, or I'm going to contact him and just say to him that this mod is honestly just 10 out of 10. So again, honestly, just one of the best mods. And if you want me to show you about spawning kind of the tanks, as you can see that we're Britain, so I will switch to the British. I'll switch to Britain, as you can see, and I will get a light tank. I'll get a British tank because these are all American. The British and American do come under the kind of the same faction because they're all allies. So let's go for, like I said, they're all American. Okay, let's go for a heavy tank then. As you can see, okay, we'll go for the Centurion. As you can see, it spawns me a very nice Centurion. And, well, I just killed one of my men. But there you go, guys. That is it. That is the cheat menu mod, or the spawn menu mod. That is it, guys. I think there might be other things to cover as well. But if you want me to actually play this mod in maybe a campaign mission, which is this one here, then leave your comments down below and I'll happily do that. And if you want me to mess around with more of this cheat menu mod, again, leave your comments down below if you've got any ideas what you want me to do with this cheat menu mod. So guys, that is it for today. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new, because you will get a shout out at the end of the video. And I actually do have a few subscriber shout outs to do as well. So yeah, guys, thank you so much lately for the support on this channel. It's just been amazing. It's honestly just been 10 out of 10 amazing. So big shout out to, see if I can get it here. Oh yeah, so big shout out to GD Irefulman Connor. So big shout out to you, mate. Thank you very much for subscribing, and welcome to the channel. And as anybody who else has subscribed, then again, thank you for subscribing as well. So guys, I'll definitely be playing with this cheat menu a lot more, because honestly it's just one of the greatest things in history with these cheat menu mods. So I'm going to leave it off there, guys. Thank you so much for watching and all your support, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, and goodbye.